Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the RDA. I hope you are doing well. It is the predicted XI video that I've got for you today. The game against Sheffield. It's a game of epic proportions for Manchester United as they continue to keep the chasing pack at bay. The league leaders versus one of the worst teams this season. Huge game for Manchester United. Every game feels like a cup final nowadays in Manchester United because we know we're just a couple of injuries away from it all coming crashing down. For the wheels to fall off the bus and the driver to just basically throw us all into a serious problem. I don't know what I'm on about. I really don't know what I'm on about. But anyways, let's get into this bloody XI before your boy pulls himself deeper into this hole. De Gea in goal, obviously. You got to go with De Gea in goal. There's no discussions there. I think Telles has got to play in this one. I've been saying Telles has got to play for the last 3 freaking games, and I'm saying it again for the 4th game. So hopefully this time I'll get the left back prediction right. I think Telles has to play against Sheffield United. 1, they'll sit back and play a very deep line. So Telles will give us some creative options going forward because we know we struggle against low blocks. 2, Luke Shaw needs to be managed and rested. Yes, he's in fine form at the moment. Yes, he's amazing, but let's not pretend like his injury record and his injury history has suddenly vanished and dissipated through into the wind, into thin air, like magic. It's still a massive concern that Luke Shaw, for me personally, whether or not Luke Shaw can stay fit. And he looks like he's in prime fitness, like I said last video, but Luke Shaw being in peak fitness is not the same as Bruno Fernandes being in peak fitness, fam. There's levels, fam. Bruno's fitness is up here, Luke Shaw's fitness is down here, in my opinion. So Telles has got to start, no questions asked. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is obviously going to start, even though I have my reservations about him and my concerns about him. One-on-one duels-wise, he's pretty amazing, but it's the other areas of his game that I have problems with. He tends to switch off sometimes. He tends to wander off, and that right-hand side is very exposed. And even when he is playing well in relation to coming up and down, when we play with Maguire and Lindelof, we have this bad habit of our fullbacks tucking in and basically giving space for the cross to come in. And I don't know what the hell that is about. And I've seen Wan-Bissaka do it. I've seen Luke Shaw do it. But I've seen Wan-Bissaka do it more frequently. I don't know why. Maybe I've just got an agenda. Who knows? But Wan-Bissaka never gets rested anyway, so I'm not pinning his poor performances on him alone. I think the management of him has not been great, and that might not be down to Solskjaer. That might be down to our board not signing anyone. Those links to Max Aarons, it's a shame that they didn't lead to anything, and it's a shame that they look like they're not going to lead to anything, because although we know Manchester United was definitely looking at this player, they have not acted upon those interests and those compulsions, those desires. And I think if they did, we'd be in a much better situation. But with that said, what are you going to do? We're top of the league, so you're not allowed to be Mr. Negative and complain about the sport, are you now? Back 4, I think, or the back 2, sorry, the centre-half pairing, I think Bailey will come back into this game, contrary to popular belief. I really do think Bailey will come back into this game. Obviously, Maguire next to him, because why would you drop Maguire? He's Captain England. He's Mr. I don't need to rest, fam. Maguire will run through brick walls just to show that he is dedicated to this team. And whatever your opinions are of him, you got to respect the dude. He has been playing well lately, in my opinion. Like Maguire this season has improved from last season. And whether that's because he's playing next to Eric Bailly, make your own mind up. But for me, when he plays next to Eric Bailly, he has improved drastically this season. And he's had far better performances this season for me. Like my player ratings have been much higher of Harry Maguire this season than they were last season. And that says a lot, because last season we actually had more clean sheets. So how that makes any sense, fam, I don't know, fam. But I think he's a better player with Eric Bailly next to him. And I don't know why that's a bad thing. I don't know why that's such a bad thing. I want to see Maguire do well. He's a Manchester United player. Anyways, moving into the midfield then, the midfield 3 that I'm going to go with in this game, McFred and Bruno. And look, I know that a lot of you seem to think that McFred are not the right duo for this midfield, and yeah, I have my reservations as well, but I understand why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does play McFred. I think we will see McFred, or at the very least one of them in the team. I think we'll see Bruno at the 10, and I think because he's afraid to drop Paul Pogba, we'll see this bullshit of Pogba playing on the left wing again, which I don't understand, because his best performances have come when he's played centrally in a deep box-to-box role where he's got license to go forward, but ultimately he prioritizes playing long balls across the field and dictating the game from the center. Something Thiago's supposed to do, something Thiago's supposed to be the best in the world at. But Pogba schooled him at Anfield, fam, and he schooled him again at Old Trafford, fam, showing him how you really play as a deep midfielder, in my humble opinion. Thiago hasn't been the guy for Liverpool, fam. I don't know if there's any Liverpool fans watching and you need convincing. Go look at how many games you guys have won when Thiago has started. Spoiler alert, 0. You've lost all of them. Anyways, moving on. Banter aside, I think Pogba will play on the left because he's undroppable by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer standards. Not sure what the situation is with Rashford's injury problems at the moment, but I suspect that if there is any developments on that, we would have known by now, and Greenwood will play anyways. But if not, then I think Rashford will play on the right-hand side, and of course Cavani will play in the middle. I think Martial will be benched for this game. I just have a feeling Cavani will start, and I have a feeling Martial and Greenwood will come off the bench. But you know, that's just a gut feeling. That's just intuition speaking. We'll just have to see what the team is on the day. In terms of score predictions, I think I'm going to go with a cheeky 3-1 Manchester United. I've been giving a lot of 3-1s lately, but honestly, I really do think we will win this 3-1. I think it's there for the taking. I don't think we can keep a clean sheet to save our life, fam. I think we're going to concede a dizzy goal, either a defensive error. Something's going to happen because United have to go behind to go forward. That's just the way it is. That's the way it was under Fergie. That's the way it will be under Solskjaer, clearly. We have to go behind to start playing properly. You know, any team that takes the lead within the first half against Manchester United, especially at home, when they're at home and we're away from home, is basically signing away their death certificate, because we have not lost a game away from home in over a year. So since January of 2019 to January of 2021, we have not lost a game away from home in the Premier League. This season, we have gone behind the most out of any other team in the Premier League. Think about that. We've gone behind the most, and we're still top of the league. That says a lot about this team's character. People talk about this team having a mentality issue, being bottle drop FC. I don't think that's the case. I think in the Carabao Cup, we draw against Man City every year, and they're a good team, so we're obviously going to lose to them every now and then, but we've beat them in the league, so you can't say we have a bottle drop mentality, in my opinion. Chelsea, we played a weak team. We played a back five. Martial didn't get his penalty. You know, there were a lot of things that happened in that game as well. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just explaining why we struggled in those games and saying that I don't believe it was a mentality thing. I think the mentality thing is just a scapegoat and just a weak excuse. I think this team has shown that when they're under the cosh, they can play football. They can play ball. They can go toe-to-toe with some of the best teams in the world, but they can't do it consistently, and they haven't proven that they can do it consistently yet. And that's not a mentality issue. That's just an issue with consistency and developing that rhythm, developing that form, developing that whatever you want to call it. But I think you know what I'm trying to say. And if you don't know what I'm trying to say, it's okay, because I'm here. I'm trying my best to solve your boredom, and I'm here for your entertainment. So you can laugh it off if you want. Anyways, I don't know what I'm on about today, fam. You know, I haven't slept much in the last few days, so your boy's feeling a little, you know, a little under the weather, fam. But enjoy the rest of your day/evening, and I hope my dizziness provided you with some sort of laughter or entertainment. And let me know what you think of Manchester United winning this game, what your score predictions are, who do you think will play, if you did make it this far in the video. But without keeping you here too long, peace out. Check you in the next one.